Hi.
Hello, ma'am. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm also fine. So,
Good to see you.
thank you, ma'am. Good evening, guys. Hope you are well. As you know, today our guest is Sherise. Sherise is a dynamic vocalist and songwriter. She writes and performs songs in various genres, such as folk, funk, pop, rock, country, blues, rock and roll, Hindustani, and reggae, jazz, as well as her own compositions also. So she has represented India with her music in US, UK, and many more countries. And she is a finalist of Entertainer of the Year and International Band of the Year and International Female Emerging Artist of the Year in the ISSA Award 2021. So please welcome ma'am to Heart to Heart. And ma'am,
Thank you so much.
you know so many genres of music, so we will get to learn a lot during this conversation. So ma'am,
Thank you for that big introduction. That's just like what I do, but this is who I am. And thank you for having me on here.
actually, and I can't wait actually. I want to listen something from you.
What would you like to listen to?
Whatever you like. Personally, I like your song Divided.
Oh, wow. That's a surprise. It's one of the first few songs I wrote. And it's just about, having different goals in life, different dreams. So that song talks about having to pursue and make choices, and how do you make the right choice in life about your goals and your dreams. So that song is about that. I can sing a verse or two, and but the thing is, I don't have the backing track of that, so I'm just going to sing it a cappella, that is without music.
Okay, ma'am, no issue.
So it was all right. It's a matter of time before the truth becomes clear. Does infatuation have any part to play here? All the times I think of you, I dream of a better life. You make me feel so good inside, and your rhythm makes me feel alive. I'm divided about all the things I want but cannot have. I'm divided about all the dreams I have to leave behind. I'm a little pain at all the things that happen to my heart. 'Cause all I ever wanted was to be someone like you.
That is amazing, ma'am. Treatments for my
Thank you.
really that's nice. Uh,
Thank you so much.
Actually, I was waiting for long for listening to you, so it's a great opportunity for me.
I'm so glad you're enjoying this as much as me. I enjoy being here and talking to all my friends and seeing all my friends online live with me. Thank you all you guys for joining in and being here for this session.
So, ma'am, first of all, I would like to know how did you start music in your life?
It's yeah, so basically I come from a family who are all into music, and I'm blessed in that sense because my dad plays the guitar and my mom was also in the band. So I've always been around that environment. There was always music every day, and it was just inevitable that I had to listen and pick up what I was hearing. And God has blessed me with a good ear for music, and I just thought I should develop that. It's one of the gifts that God has given me, and so I just nurtured it like a seed, and I just kept watering it so that it grew, and the results were the results were happening, and I did not expect the results to be as good as I mean I dreamt of. I mean, sometimes it happens that it becomes better than what I dreamt of. So just really happy with all the progress that God has seen me through, and definitely I've been into gospel music. So gospel music has also helped me to grow my voice, and singing with groups of people helps me to help me to listen and understand different people's voices and styles. So that helped me grow as an artist and also as a person, as an individual. And it's a form of art that helps you to express yourself. So music has definitely allowed me to express my deepest emotions in the best possible way. In the like, sometimes some people like to write, some people like to say poetry. Some people like to play an instrument. So I found my outlet in music.
Ma'am, you're really blessed to having a musical background. I'm first and only DNA who is doing music, I think.
That's awesome, and all the best to you with all your endeavors. I heard you're doing a new song as well. You're releasing a new single. I heard you
Uh,
told me about it.
cool.
Right, all the best for that.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Uh, Ma'am, as we know, Guru Shishya Parampara is very prevalent in India for learning Hindustani classical music and Karnataka music. We learn classical music even in small towns very easily, but the facilities of learning Western genres is not easily available, I think. So, ma'am, what would you say on this?
I think they're all different. We are blessed to be in India because there are so many different languages. Number one, number two, there are different forms of art that you can pursue. Number three, there are different styles of music that you can pursue. Also, because of the diversity that is there in India, and it's so good that in India we get to appreciate different aspects of different religions also. So that it's always welcome. So being into Carnatic music or being into Hindustani music or being into English music, it's always appreciated, and it's always taken as it's always welcomed. So and the thing is, when I stay in Bombay, there are also places like the the NCPA, the Tata Theatre, that encourage Western classical music. And there are a lot of the Western classical musicians who come from abroad to perform there, and they bring with them a wealth of knowledge about Western classical music, opera music. And I was blessed to be in the company of those musicians, also to perform with some of them and learn from them. So I grew in the Western classical style of music by performing with all these musicians who learn from the greater musicians from abroad. And also, since I've traveled abroad and performed at different various venues in Germany and in France, so I got that kind of culture from there also. And I understood how they have a different feel and different the different way they sing there, and how you use your instrument differently in different countries. So yeah,
So you
and
have
I've also been
explored.
witness to
You have
music as a meditative form. Yeah,
that's really nice. When we see different types of music and learn. So, ma'am,
that's something great about India. I mean, it's in this country there's a lot of diversity, whereas in the US it may be just one like pop rock or rap, but here we have Hindustani, we have more things that we can be open to and learn and explore.
actually, we have lots of folk songs. Actually, it's like a heritage.
Absolutely, and it's up to those people who have learned that from their ancestors to take it forward, and to maybe add a modern touch to it, but also keep the history intact. So
Hmm.
that's always a challenge for the younger generation, to take what is the best of the history and best of the music that has come from your grandparents and your ancestors, and add a modern touch to it. So I mean, in India, like mostly the Konkani music or Tamil music, it gets the maximum number of hits on YouTube, because people really value their heritage, and they value being from from Karnataka, Tamil. They love the music. So even Punjabi music nowadays, you see most of the artists in India, they're performing and they're releasing songs in Punjabi, or they're releasing songs in Tamil, because they know that Indians, they love their culture, and that's how they release music also in that.
That's great, ma'am. Uh,
Yeah,
Different genre of music have been made in different countries and at different times. So all these genres that came from Western countries, all genres are called Western music. So personally, I want that in our country also, every genre should be known by its name. So I would like to ask if someone has understanding of surtal of classical music or basics like scales, time signature, and all that things. So what is the thing that separates one genre from another? I want to know your perspective on this.
That's a very interesting question, because all genres of music have certain bass roots that are common to all. As you said, as you mentioned, it's the sur, the tal, that is the pitch and the timing. So those are actually common to all genres of music. All genres of music follow a certain discipline, and certain rules of that discipline are common to all the styles.
Mm.
So if you follow the rules of that genre, then you can sing in that genre. So me being able, when I say that I am able to sing different styles of music, it's because I know the rules of each style. So if you know the rules of each style, you follow the rules, and then you're able to sing a song in that style. And it's also the way you enunciate your words. For example, if you sing in Hindi, you follow the enunciation in Hindi, and you follow the dialogue styles in Hindi, so that song sounds genuine, and it sounds that yes, this person is singing a Hindi song, but not trying to sing a Hindi song. So that's how. So if you follow the rules of a style, you can always sing in that style. It's all about being open. And sometimes we all say, no, I don't want to sing a Marathi, or I don't want to sing. But then if you're open to new things, you can definitely and surely do it.
Ma'am, that was a very intelligent answer. I think no one gave me an answer like this.
Thank you.
So, ma'am, which music do you like more between studio and live?
I actually enjoy both. I love performing live because of the instant reactions that I get from the audience. Because now, during this time, these past 2 years, we've been restricted to being in studios or being at home and performing in front of a screen. So, there is always a space after you finish singing a song. You wait for an audience applause or an audience reaction, but that does not come through when you're doing a live, because there is
Can't
no
hear
one
the
to
noise
clap
of
for you.
audience actually.
There is no one. Yeah, you can only see comments on the screen, but the sound of an applause coming from an audience live, that's what I really miss. And that's, what I've been doing all these past 6-7 years, performing in Hard Rock Cafe, or the Finch in Bombay, or Stables. So you have the audience actually participating and being part of the concert. So it takes two hands to clap. So if you're performing and the audience is dancing with you, that is like a complete performance. But when you're performing in a studio and you're doing a live, like, one part is missing, but you have to do it because you still want to perform, and you want to keep your practice of performing still going on. And so that's missing. But I also perform. I love being in a studio when I'm recording my songs, when there is a silence around me, and I'm trying to create new music. So in that sense, I like the silence, when I'm creating something new, so that I can listen to myself, listen to what the song needs, and I can express correctly as required for that particular song or that particular piece of music.
And we
So
can
each thing has its own, yeah.
and we have option of retake in studio, I think.
Absolutely, there's the option of retake in the studio, but also it happens sometimes, in the biggest performances, like a Grammy performance. If you watched one of the Grammy performances once, Adele, she was singing
You
for
made
the
a mistake
Grammy
and
Awards.
started again. I also have seen.
Yeah. Oh, you remember that? Yeah. So Adele had to start again, and she did it with such poise and such confidence and such class.
Hmm.
So it also happens like in a live performance. Sometimes you've got to start again, but you've got to do it with confidence, poise, and class, and then you have the audience with you.
Hmm.
So it's all about how you portray a performance and how you deliver.
That's really nice. So, ma'am, I haven't done a show for a long time, and I'm also feeling disappointed. So, how was your experience during lockdown?
It was a mixed experience. I would say it's like sometimes you take a risk of doing something, and sometimes you try to stay safe.
Hmm.
So you try to stay at home, and try to avoid people. But sometimes you've got to take a risk, and you've got to do something so that people can still listen to your music, and get your fans can get to hear you. So sometimes it's also be taking a risk and taking a step forward, and making a video, or or releasing a song. And sometimes you're meant to. Sometimes things happen because they are meant to happen.
Hmm.
And like I experienced that with one of my latest songs, Step Ladder. I didn't know whether I should release it. But I thought, I said yes. I said in my mind, yes, I want to release it on Women's Day. And this song is really special because it talks about, the political environment that we're in, and how we've got to, like middle class people and the lower class people, how we've got to fight against people in the top 1%. So, and it was also very relevant to the current situation that we're going through, where there's a lot of tyranny by the governments, and so that's why I released it on 8th of March, which is Women's Day, and then it's been doing really well ever since. Sometimes, as
Very
I said, you've got to take risks,
interesting
and sometimes you've got to stay
music
safe.
actually.
Yeah,
It sounds very good,
right.
very great actually. So,
Thank you so much.
ma'am, pandemic has badly affected independent artists, and no one talk about their survival. So, how do you see the importance of artists in this society?
So, artists are those people who are right now in the background, and people don't see them, but they're actually the heart and soul of the people who are, they're actually bringing the cheer right now to people who are going through a lot of pain, and because of loss or death and all. You need some you need some positivity, and artists are doing that. They're trying to create a more positive environment so that people can actually go through this tough time. So artists are really important during this time where things are bad, and you need a distraction. So being an entertainer is also a gift, and sometimes the thing is, you don't get the reward. You don't get, like, your reward immediately for doing what you're doing, but the rewards and the fruits will come later. So I believe in that. Maybe I may not be getting paid for performing today because of the financial situation, but then I might see the results much later. So I believe in that.
I also
So
think, ma'am,
when you do something good,
can't survive
when you
without
do
it.
something good, you always get it back. Yeah,
Hmm. So, ma'am,
yeah.
you're full-time musician only.
I am actually doing everything. I actually also have a job which I do for, so that I can sustain myself. So, and also it supports my musical career also. So I am also a writer,
Hmm.
and I write technical documentation for companies, also for games, and I have a lot of experience in in the IT industry as well, because I've done my BSc IT.
So you
So
are
it's helped me.
multitasking actually.
Yeah, that's right.
Really
That's
nice.
right. Right.
So, ma'am, when we do music, we have to live in this. So how do you manage everything?
It's sometimes a struggle, but it's also a struggle of love. It's a labor of love, because
Hmm.
when you love what you do, you'll do it in anyhow, and it doesn't matter how you do it, but you'll get it done. It's like,
Hmm.
because I love music, and I love writing, and I love doing everything so that when you put love into anything, it happens the best possible way. So you, even when you cook something, you make a dish at home, you're cooking. If you put love into it, then it's going to turn out great. So that's true about everything in life.
Ma'am, I'm really getting a lot from you today during this
I'm
conversation.
glad. I'm really
Uh,
happy you're having good
it's a
time, and
very
also whoever's tuned in is having a good time with me.
it's a very valuable conversation for me actually. You are sharing experience, and we are getting a lot from you. So it's
Thank you so
really
much,
nice.
Adarbad, and thank you. Just talking to the people who have joined in and commenting. Thank you, Siegfried. Thank you for joining in. That's really sweet of you guys to join in. I've not seen you guys in ages, but you guys are here. Thank you for being here with me.
So, ma'am, what is your dream project?
Actually, every next project I take on is a dream project, and I wouldn't classify. I wouldn't say, because if I want to talk about the ultimate, like, dream project, it would be just working with the people who I grew up like idolizing, and like, for example, Christina Aguilera, and those singers like them. And if I end up working with them, then that would be a dream project with me for me. So just because when I was small, I always used to listen to all these singers, and then I also listened to a lot of Michael Jackson also, and a lot of Prince, and all these artists. So basically, if I get to learn from them and get to work with them, that would be the dream project for me.
I also listen a lot Michael Jackson and his style. Actually, it's very his inspiration, and it's very inspiring when we sing. Actually, he created music in very low resources. I think at that time we can't imagine. I think how he have
The
done.
And the thing is, they had so much of passion
Hmm.
in whatever they did, and their music is timeless. Even a lot of
Hmm.
Western classical musicians, like the Mozart and Beethoven, their music is also timeless, and they're on another level. I mean, with their whatever they didn't, Beethoven couldn't see and stuff. So the thing is, if whatever difficulties they had, even with all those things, they could deliver such music that we can't even understand till today. I mean, it takes a lot of understanding and listening to be able to understand their music and the way they composed it and put it together. So such music is timeless. I just endeavor to create that level of music which will be timeless.
Recently, we have lost Yvonne Helen. Really miss his solo of Beat It.
Right, right, yeah. Absolutely. We're just losing so many musicians, in these years. It's hard to fathom. It's hard to imagine sometimes. You grew up listening to them and they're no more.
Hmm.
Yeah, Siegfried, yeah, old classic music never fades away.
I
Absolutely.
really miss ma'am
It's derived.
from
Everything
Parikrama.
now is derived from there. Huh?
I also miss Sonam Sherpa sir from the band Parikrama.
Yeah, that's true.
Ma'am, have you listened Parikrama?
Yeah, some of the songs I've listened to. Yes, yes.
So, ma'am, with the one more performance, we would like to end this conversation.
EVH is a great guitar player. I'm just looking at the comments, absolutely. And even
It was
my
music.
dad joined in.
Hmm.
Just thanks to my dad also and my mom for joining in for this session.
Hmm. Thank you so
Hema
much.
Sen, more power. Thank you so much.
She is
Kailash,
a
thank you,
co-composer of
Kailash.
Bhaktapur, ma'am.
Sorry?
She is a co-composer of Bhaktapur. Hema.
Oh, superb. My dad says you're doing great. Keep it up. Thanks, Dad. You're my inspiration.
Thank you so much for joining us.
So I'm glad all my friends are in this live with me, and you keep being with me on this journey, and keep encouraging me. That's all I need. That's all like we ask for as artists, as just encouragement that we go further and do tougher things,
Hmm.
so that the songs that we deliver are better and more enjoyable to you all. So now, what would you like me to perform now?
Anything what you want, ma'am.
Okay. Uh, okay, then I can sing one of my original songs.
Yes, ma'am. I like to listen original.
You like to listen to original, okay? This next song I'm going to sing is it's called "Change You." It's just about being in a relationship and wanting to change the other person so
Hmm.
that they become better to you. Uh, so I'll just sing that, a few lines of that.
Yes, ma'am.
You've been fooling around, you saw me drown. I'm on the ground, a broken clown. Another way to break your step. I'm broken last, so watch your step. So you've been fooling around, you saw me drown. I'm on the ground, a broken clown. Another way to break your step. I'm broken glass, so watch your step. I don't need another heartbreak. I can't take another blank space. Get yourself another girlfriend. I can't do this anymore. I'm looking to change you up. Get hide those lies. A smile to cover up what you can't hide. I'm looking to change you up. Can't hide those lies. A smile to cover up. Can't hide those lies.
Wow.
So that was from my
Always,
song Change You Up.
ma'am.
And
Um, I enjoyed this conversation a lot and learned a lot from you, ma'am. Your song is so melodious, ma'am. First
thank
time I'm
you.
listening you and I'm overwhelmed actually. And that was so memorized actually. So, ma'am, thank you for giving your valuable time, and thank you guys for joining us. Thank you so much.
Thank you. If you want, I can end with one last song.
Yes, ma'am. Sure. I
Okay,
can
this
hear
song is
you for
called
1 or 2 hours, ma'am. It will be
So
nice.
Sweet. Thank you so much, Pravesh. That's really sweet. So I'll sing the song called Shine On.
Yes, ma'am.
It's also an original song.
Hmm. Song.
I can't take this life. I ain't nothing without you. Don't want no hurt. I tried. There ain't no love so true. Take my heart aside. Take it for a ride. It's a doggone crazy fool. Oh. So many people in this world, they think you're so crazy. So many people in this life, they make you feel blue. So many people in this world, they think you're so crazy. So many people in this life, they break you in two. Why won't you come around, darling? Why won't you come around, baby? Why won't you come around, darling? 'Cause I'm hurting too. So shine on, hold on, hold on. Why don't you shine on? So keep shining on, all of you guys, and
Ma'am,
keep yourself safe, healthy, and happy during this
we
COVID
have
time. And
same
you're going to
experience
be
in
ready,
vocals actually.
ready for the next phase. Yeah.
Ma'am, we can see your experience in your vocals actually. First time,
I'm so glad.
ma'am, and there's a song straight from the heart actually. So, ma'am, I would like to hear this song. I would like.
Straight from the heart. I don't have the backing track for that.
So, ma'am, please, without backing track.
Can you just sing some part of it? There's a request for that song.
Yes, ma'am.
By whom is this? Straight from the heart.
Sir Denzel D'Souza.
Wait. That's my dad.
Oh, so thank you for joining us, sir.
So actually, he says that the song that I sang was straight from the heart. That's what
Oh,
he meant.
actually I thought
Yeah.
straight from the. So thank you so much for joining us, ma'am. And thank you for all for joining us. And I enjoyed this conversation, and I learned a lot from you. And
Thank
thank
you.
you so much, ma'am.
I'm glad you learned. And anytime you have any questions, you can always shoot it out to me, and I'll answer it. You can check out my story. I'll answer it on my story.
I
Then I'll
always
tag
check
you on
you,
that.
and I always
Okay.
learn a lot from you.
I'm glad. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
So take care. See you guys.
Take care, ma'am.